Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. ¿Qué pasa?
We are in one of the towns in Mexico that we most look forward to checking out. And we might even consider putting down roots here.
That's right. It seems like it checks a lot of our boxes. It's a small town, but not too small. It's safe, friendly, and easy to get in and out of. And it's a beach town. So join us as we check out Progreso.
On the coast of the Gulf of Mexico, about 20 miles north of Merida, is the town of Progreso. Progreso is home to Puerto de Altura. At 4 miles, it's the longest pier in the world. Built out of necessity because of the shallow waters, it's an important cruise ship and shipping terminal. West of the pier is a long stretch of beach and the newer Malecón Internacional.
Here's an Instagram-friendly Progreso sign. Here's an Instagram-friendly Progreso sign.
This side of the pier caters more to local residents, with large recreation areas and more beachfront homes.
In October 2024, Progreso was battered by Hurricane Milton. As of January 2025, the boardwalk that connects both sides of the pier has not reopened. East of the pier is Progreso's original Malecón, which has more businesses and attracts more tourists. Here's an Instagram-friendly Progreso sign.
"66 million years ago, not far from where we are, perhaps the most significant thing in the history of the world happened."
That's right. The Chicxulub meteorite came crashing into Earth and killed most of the life on planet Earth, including the dinosaurs. There's a museum here in Progreso that's dedicated to that event, and we're going to go check it out and learn more. And I think the number one thing we want to find out is if we're saying Chicxulub correctly. This is Lou, our guide.
Hi.
And she is going to teach us how to pronounce it correctly.
Chicxulub.
Chicxulub.
The meteorite of Chicxulub.
Chicxulub.
Is that a Mayan word?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And actually it means the place with the arms on fire.
Oh,
Okay.
At 350 pesos, or about $17, is a good educational experience. It would be a great rainy day activity or a way to escape the heat. And kids will love the animatronic dinosaurs. Like many of the Mexican towns we visited, seeing Progreso at night adds to its charm.
Exploring Progreso's areas away from the tourist zone gives you a better idea of what life is really like here. You'll see interesting architecture and colorful murals. The Mercado Municipal is a maze of eateries, shops, meat, and produce stands. Locals come here for a quick bite, a cup of coffee, to pick up their daily groceries, or catch up on the town's daily gossip.
Here's something you don't see every day. A burger shack shaped like a burger.
We've been checking out this cemetery here, and this mausoleo de Familia Miguel Gutierrez, dated 1925, is open. Jen walked in here, and talk about shocking. There are actual human remains in here. Bones and a couple of skulls just laying here among the garbage. That is something else. We've walked around a lot of old graveyards in our travels, and it's always interesting kind of seeing the history and that sort of thing, but we have never come across that before, have we?
No, it's the first time.
Human remains.
Wow.
Yeah.
Progreso's main plaza is anchored by its municipal palace, and in a plot twist, a modern Catholic church. And of course, Yucatan's famous and romantic you and me chairs. Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes. We're wrapping up 4 days and nights here in Progreso. Had a great time, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's a cute little city.
So now comes the point where we look at the pros and cons of a place like this and ask ourselves, is this a place where we might want to put down roots? First pro that I can think of is, as expected, and as we heard, it's a very friendly town. Everywhere we went, people were happy to greet you, gave you a smile, a buenos dias, buenas tardes, buenas noches. We really enjoyed that. Seems to be a thing across all of the Yucatan.
Es verdad.
That means it's true.
The next pro is that it is a sleepy little beach town, which is exactly what we're looking for. It's touristy. There's some tourist areas, but it's not overly touristy like Playa del Carmen.
Yeah, it is a cruise ship stop, but it looks like it's just for the day. So in the afternoon, cruise ships come in and people from the cruise ships are on the streets and the markets are catering to them and everything, but they get back on the ship, and by the time we get to sunset, it's turned into that sleepy little town again.
Another thing we like about Progreso is that it feels very safe. It's only 40 minutes from Merida, which is the second safest city in North America. It has that same feeling. As long as you don't do anything dumb and, watch yourself just like you would anywhere else, It feels like a very safe place.
I agree. Another pro, by US standards, it's very affordable to live here from the research we've done. Whether you're renting or buying, you can get a pretty nice place
Right on the beach.
right on the beach without spending too much money. So that's a big plus.
Another positive thing is that it's very easy to get in and out of. If you like to travel like us, it's only 40 minutes from Merida, which has a major airport. So it's easy to take trips from here.
Progreso has a lot of things going for it. But like any city, there's always going to be some cons. Let's discuss those. First thing, the beach. It's a huge beach that goes on forever and ever, but it's not the best beach in the world. The water isn't crystal clear. It doesn't invite you in to go snorkeling. Probably could go paddleboarding here, especially in the morning before it gets windy, but it's not super great.
There's a lot of seaweed as well.
Yeah.
One of the other cons is that there's a lot of garbage, or more than we're used to, just on the street. And I think that's just Mexico. We're accustomed to garbage pickup being regular, and that's just not the case here. So it would just be something you have to get used to and be aware of.
I'm going to disagree with you a little bit because the garbage here, I think, has been about the worst that we've seen. And we've been now to 4 or 5 cities. And it seems like there's more of it here, just kind of randomly around.
But that brings us to another con, which is hurricanes. There was a hurricane here recently in October, which was a few months ago. And I think that might have something to do with the extra garbage. And it destroyed some things. So we are looking for places that aren't in the hurricane belt. So that is a con for us.
Another con that we should mention is there are a lot of street dogs here. Now, you're not going to find people that love dogs more than us, but the drawback of all the dogs wandering the street is there's also a lot of dog poop, and you kind of have to watch where you're going to not step in it.
No one's picking it up because it's nobody's dog.
That's right. And the final con that we've seen is the condition of property here. It's really an interesting phenomenon because there are some beautiful homes, beautiful buildings, and they can be right next door to a completely dilapidated building. It looks, from what we can tell, that there's a lot of development going on, and a lot of these homes are being fixed up and rehabilitated, but it still, quite honestly, is a place where you can get a little depressed just seeing the condition of some of the places. Now that we've gone through the main pros and cons of Progreso, what do you think, Jen? Is this a place where we would possibly want to put down roots?
I think it might be. There are a few things, few drawbacks, but it's not out of the question.
I agree. I would say, just like Puerto Vallarta, it's a distinct possibility if we were to end up in Mexico. And I'd put it probably neck and neck with it. There's some things I liked more about Puerto Vallarta, but there are some things I like more about Progreso. So we will keep it on the list. This wraps up our time in Progreso. We hope you enjoyed coming along with us. Where are we going next, Jen?
We are going to Palenque, which is in the state of Chiapas, to visit some ruins, some jungles, and some waterfalls.
That's right. Probably not a place that we would want to end up living, but it's a place we really want to see. So we hope you join us, and we'll see you there.
Adios!
Adios.
If you enjoyed this adventure, please give it a thumbs up. And consider subscribing if you'd like to see more of our travel and wildlife videos.